I really don't want to be disrespectful or anything to people who believe. I think that's not because I believe. Like, I don't want to be like disrespectful or anything, but I mean, in the terms of God and who He is and how you're talking to Him, I guess, or to it, like how you're talking about if you whatever in which kind of way you believe in a certain entity. In the prayer itself, in the practice of doing a prayer, by saying what is important to you and what you want life to bring to you and where you want to go to and all that, it's basically one of the oldest forms to create life, to plan things out, to give direction, to write diary, but not writing it, but giving a prayer and therefore manifesting something into your life. And it's really, really, really crazy that in the same time where less and less people believe in an entity like God, manifestation is one of the most used words and most thought about life practice terms in that time of the century right now, I would say. And I think that this is really significant because it just shows what is the basic need of human beings over and over and over and over again, just to make purpose and to talk about what you want to achieve in your life to someone, and to have the faith to believe in that you can create yourself the life you want to live. Because that's not, if you don't act towards your life, and if you don't, because life does not come to you, you have to go to life, you have to act actively in your life. And if you're not doing that, life gets you under its wheels for sure. There is no way, and it doesn't matter if it's society or not society, if it's the Wild West or if it's the ancient ways of living. But if you don't act in this life, if you become passive, then you just get under the wheels of life. 100%. There's no chance that this is not happening. So therefore, because as civilized and more civilized we get, we're doing a lot of different stuff except of enjoying ourselves, getting food, sleeping, enjoying our peers, looking around and having sex, because this is all we're supposed to do, basically. But we're doing so much more, and therefore the individual has to manage more and more in life and has to develop a more and more strong connection. I'm looking for something. 1 second. Yeah, anyways, I find it really crazy that we manifest since forever, that manifesting, telling yourself what you want to do in your life because you just need to talk about it, and it's bothering you in that sense that it's not that easy to create what you want to. And most people live this life by wanting things in their head or deeply down and never achieving it. Most people in society can only dream and never can make them dreams reality. That's really crazy and really brutal. But on the other side, there's so many dreams which can be fulfilled on a daily basis. I think that a certain way of dreaming is also, if it's not matching with reality anymore and with taken action, then it's not healthy, I'd say. Then it's just like fantasizing. And I think that there is a lot, like a huge difference between dreaming and fantasizing, because when you're fantasizing, it's just you're getting yourself serotonin bursts in your head with things which will never happen, but just by thinking about how it would be, or like being in a situation, serotonin is produced because of the excitement of the situation, which will never happen. And it's like basically fantasizing is basically like setting yourself on drugs, because it's not really productive, right? In the time you're fantasizing, you're not like thinking about what do I do tomorrow. You're not like giving your head some room for some blank space. You're not like creating something in the now. Like you're not having a phone call with your mom. Like you're fantasizing into a huge void of never will be in existence, in a way. And I mean, that's amazing, right? Like without fantasizing, we wouldn't have fantasy literature, we wouldn't have movies, we wouldn't have art. But still, to these things is a level of creational act, right? So the ability to fantasize or to have fantasy is one of the most important human basic traits, I would say. But sitting around fantasizing with no productive outcome of action in any sense ever is literally setting yourself on drugs. And that's cool. But I don't know. I think if you always sit like around, or you think about, I want to this, I want to that, or you live in a different universe, which is actually not your life, then you're setting yourself up with an unnatural stimulants of endorphins, which are not produced in the real world, and therefore will send you on the opposite, because everywhere where is this is also this. So you're setting yourself up to be a bit slumpy towards your own life if you're in fantasy somewhere where you produce thoughts in your head which make you like a serotonin burst. And I mean, I don't know, I think a real life example is when people make a lot of plans, they never follow up with action. Like, I will do this, I will do that, da, da, da. And then they never do it. Then it's like the same thing, that they're setting themselves up to some, maybe even to some expectations they cannot fulfill. But I think that a lot is fantasizing, because I think like deeply down rooted, someone knows if someone is putting in some action to go somewhere or not. I think that this is like a feeling, like a certain frequency, where if everything like is flowing in a good term, there's a certain frequency. And I think that like deep down people feel if they're actually on that frequency or not. So deep down people always know, like, are they actually with their word, or are they maybe just the words is here and then it's decomposed from real life action and impact. Yeah.